Makeup lovers, thanks for stepping by, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you're having a great day and that you're gonna enjoy this video. So what I want to do today is something that I saw on another channel, you know how it works, and it was originally from Lacies from Spooky Lips and Fat Hips in collaboration with Georgia Harris. And they picked eyeshadow palettes and swatched their favorite shades. And I actually didn't saw it in the first time from the original collab from the two of them, but I saw it from Angelicas. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. And LS, they did this collab as well. And I'm going to link all their videos down below. Check them out. They were really, really cool. I really enjoyed to watch these videos. And I decided to do this on my channel today as well because I think it's really cool, like also for me to go to all the palettes that I really love and just see which is actually the shade in the palette that makes me go there, that I want to build my looks around and that I want to, you know, use every time I go to this palette. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. They used like 20 palettes, I think, but I came down only with 13. So let's jump right into it. And I want to start with the palettes that I picked from ColourPop. So I have this little sixer here, the Pretty Much palette. That is one that I really enjoy. I really like that one. And that's how it looks like from the inside. I hope you can tell the colors. And yeah, here I really, really love this bright pink shimmer. I mean, this is really the standout palette of this, the standout color of this palette. I think it's not hard to tell, and I really love this shade. And actually, you know, I'm thinking of making a look. I do go to this palette in my mind for this shade, so it's definitely my favorite shade. Let's swatch it. So this is how it swatches. I didn't do a really good job here. So, sorry, still learning how to do proper swatches. I hope you can tell. It's this really bright metallic pink that I enjoy a lot. And next up on is the Dream Street palette. The Dream Street palette is this one. It was a collaboration between ColourPop and Kathleen. I'm sure you know all that. But when I initially got this palette, thought that probably this shade here, Mermaid Boy, would be my go-to. But right after I swatched all of them, I knew actually that it will be a different one. And is this one right here. It's called Sweet Dreams. It's this kind of strawberry matte, I don't know, corally red. I really love this color. When I reach for this palette, I always want to include this color in my look. So it's definitely my favorite shade in there. Let's swatch it as well. So here we go. That's the very bad swatch I did of this color. And let's move forward. So another favorite shade that is not really from a palette, but from my ColourPop Super Shock shadows that I have. I also definitely have one favorite. And I know it's a bit of cheating because it's not really a palette, but I really love this color. And every time I think about using Super Shock shadows from ColourPop, my mind definitely goes towards this shade. So I wanted to include it in this video as well. And this is the color Flipper, which is ultra metallic, and it's super nice. It has this kind of like, it's an orange shade. I hope you can tell. It's an orangey shade with this metallic finish, and it's just such a fresh color. Just so, you know, like it puts me in a good mood to use this color, and that definitely says something, you know. So let's swatch this one as well. And here we are. So this is the color. Do you see it? It's like a bit difficult to see. It's like kind of a bit sheer coming off here, but if you put it on your eyes and you pack it there, it comes out really, really nicely. I really love this color. It's super nice, super bright, really, really fun color. I can only recommend to pick it up if you place the next time an order in ColourPop. So let me just clean that fingers up so we don't get all the color in the next colors. And we want to start off now with the Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes, which I picked out 2 of them. And we're gonna start with the Prism palette. I don't think this one gets a lot of love, but I really enjoy it. And I think it's a really cool palette. And here, oh, the pencil fell out, whatever, I don't need it now. Here, I really love this color Dimension. It's kind of like, has like a cool purple undertone and is this kind of metallic, has a bit of purple pinkish, really, really small sheen glitter to it. I don't know how to describe it, but let me swatch it for you. So, there we go. Oof. And this is the color. So this is the color. I hope you can see it has this kind of purpley undertone that is really, really kind of unique to me actually. I don't have something like this in my collection in another palette. And this kind of like pinky purple glitter in it. So it has a metallic base and a bit of glitter on top. And I think the combination is just so unique and so pretty, so pretty. Love it. So next one up from Anastasia is the Modern Renaissance. Big surprise that someone over here likes that. So in this one, actually, it was difficult for me because, first of all, I was not thinking to include this palette because somehow I not going into this palette thinking like, oh, I have to definitely build my look around this shade. It's more that every time I do kind of a pink look, I'm always grabbing somehow this palette for actually not the Love Letter, but for the Venetian Red, because it has this kind of little satin sheen to it that's super pretty and that I don't find in a lot of other palettes for this kind of color. So I do go for this shade only to this palette, and that's not the only time I go to this palette, but that's one of the reasons I would go to this palette. And here we go. That's the color. And I think on camera it comes off like a matte, but if you have the Modern Renaissance, you definitely know it has kind of a satin shimmer to it. I don't think it picks up really well on the camera, but I think you can tell from the like kind of swatch that it goes on really, really nicely, really smooth, and definitely enjoy this color. So next one up, let me close this before it falls down and I'm gonna cry, is one palette from Dose of Colors, which is the Ice Creams palette. And there's definitely one shade in here that makes me come back all the time, which is exactly this Lavender Honey shade. This is kind of like a matte lavender, and I think it's so unique, guys. I really think so. It's like so pretty, and I don't have another matte lavender shade, and I love to pop this out and combine it with other shimmers and other colors, especially as a transition shade. If you don't want to go with a brown transition for once, you know, this is really, really cool. And every time I reach for this palette, I'm thinking like, yeah, this color, give it to me. So it's definitely my favorite here. So it is a bit more pastel-y. Oh, I think I mixed it with another shade, but let me do this again. Let me just swap in because I used with this finger, but I already had another color on there from the Prism palette, I believe. So it's not really fair. So let's just put this on top of it. Yeah, I was wondering, like, since when does it have glitter? So you see it's kind of this pastel lavender matte. I really enjoy this one. I think it's super pretty. I really love it. And yeah, I think I think it's the only one I have in my collection. Pretty unique to me. So let's clean up the fingers a bit and let's move on. So, and then there's another color in another palette from Too Faced, and it's the Life's a Festival palette. So I am gonna show you my favorite color of this one, and definitely I have to say is this color Fireflies, it's called, up here. It's this kind of green gold super shimmer glittery color. I really love this color every time I go in here. I also do really love the colors Rainbow Life, Rainbow Life, and Dusk Teal Dawn. But if it comes down to really choosing which color is the one that inspires me the most of here, I have to say it's Fireflies. So I picked that one. It goes on super nice. I know this palette has quite some fallout and stuff, but it's totally worth it, in my opinion. So this is the shade, this kind of green gold, and I think it's so beautiful. I love to combine this in a look as like the standout color, especially now in summer, because especially when it's really sunny, it comes like so good off your eyes. It just shimmers like you have like a little sun on your eyes. I know I'm over selling this here, but I really love this color. So the next palette that I really enjoy, and I think a lot of people also do have it, is from Zoeva, the Coca Blend. And I do enjoy this palette a lot. I know Zoeva in the US is not super present. I feel like in the videos I'm watching from YouTubers from the US, I don't see this brand a ton, but in European YouTubers for beauty, I do see it a lot. So, and I do use it a lot, and I do use Zoeva in general a lot. So I really wanted to include it here. And here it's definitely this color Warm Notes. It's not so hard to guess. I'm a simple person. What do you want to say? And yeah, I really love this color, and has such a buttery texture. It's like dipping into butter. Dipping into butter, guys. You should get your butter today. And yeah, let's see. This is the shade, and I think it's so pretty. It's kind of like a cranberry shimmer shade that's so pretty. So it just comes off so nice, and especially in the combination with the colors in there, it's so super smooth and nice and good in the looks. So I love it, color. I love it. What can I say? So next up is one palette from Violet Voss, the hashtag palette actually, and I really love this palette a lot. I like the Violet Voss formula on eyeshadows. And here I definitely have a shade in that I love a lot, that I go for to this palette, and I love it so much. And it's exactly this color here, Relevant. This one, it's kind of like a purple with like a deep purple with the more lavender, more light violet shimmer in it and glitter in it, and I love this color. It was a pretty tough decision though, next to this color Life, which is kind of this satin, really nice purple. But if it comes down to what I have to choose, I would choose this one because it's just so pretty. Okay, there we go. Actually looks really similar to the color I just picked from the Zoeva palette. Do you see that? You can definitely, I hope you can see this lilac sheen that comes off from this. It's so pretty. I really love this. Like, it's definitely different than the Warm Notes from the Zoeva palette, but it's, I really love this color. I really like to put it on my lid and be like, that's so beautiful, that's so beautiful. Okay then. Whew. It's really warm, guys, today here. It's, I think, the hottest day that has been so far since this summer. And it has been hot all summer, so this really means something. And yeah, so let's go on. Next I want to go actually cleaning my fingers to give clean swatches. So let's see what we have up next. This is the Makeup Addiction Cosmetics eyeshadow palette Flaming Love. I have to say the shade that I love the most in this palette is this blue, teal, I don't know. How do you say this color? Turquoise? No. This blue, I love it. It's the color, it's called, let me see, they put it also, Belize. And I just think it's so much fun, especially now in summer. It's great, it's such a great color. So it goes on really, really opaque, really nice. Like, look at this, boom, it's there. There you go, you know? And especially paired with this super yellow gold here, oh, love it. And yeah, this is so far all the ones I swatched. Not really properly, I have to say. But yeah, I really love all these colors. I would buy this palette if they would make one of those. And yeah, let's move on to the next Makeup Addiction Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, the Meeto palette. And it's such a cool palette because it's really, really springy. You know, these colors, I know they are not like super the brightest shimmers that you might find anywhere, but I think this is a great palette if you just start off on color and you don't want to go like all boom, you know, or you're a bit afraid that it might be too much, then this is a really great palette because the shades in here are also super, super nice and super pigmented, and great palette. And whatever, I'm here for the favorite shade and not for advertising this palette. And I really love this color here on the side, which is called Slate Green. And they have the names here on the back. And it's kind of there's like a matte blue in it with a golden greenish shift to it, like shimmer in it. I think it's really hard to tell from camera, but it's such a pretty shade. I love this shade. I love to go to this palette for this shade. And yeah, here we go. That's how it swatches. And I think it's such a unique shade, you know, it has this like blue undertone and has this golden green shift to it. It's almost like a duochrome. I'm so in love with this color. Like, I really love that one. So we are coming to the end almost. There are just 2 more palettes to go, guys. And yeah, they are from Juvia's Place. And first off, I want to start with the Nubian 2. And the Nubian 2, all this plastic always. Okay, the Nubian 2 looks like this. And in this, it was really hard for me to decide which one I like the most because there's so many of them that I like. And actually, in the end, I thought, which is the shade you always use when you go in here? Like, always, always, always. And I have to say, it's this color, Ja. I don't know, Ja, you know. That's how it's written. And I really love this color. It's like this really true, bronzy, warm tone shimmer. And it's so pretty. I just love the shimmer formula from Juvia's Place, like many people do. And I think I really like to reach for this because it's such a saturated color. Let me show you. Super pretty. So, I know it's not super exciting or anything, but it's such a saturated, bronzy, warm, got a bit crazy here, bronzy color, and I so love that one. I think it's so pretty, and I really enjoy going for this one when I use this palette. I know it's a pretty staple color, you know, if you want to use these terms, and beautiful. And my last palette from Juvia's Place as well is the Masquerade, the Magic palette. What am I saying? It's too warm, guys, too warm. And this one, if you don't know it already, looks like this. And here it's also pretty difficult for me to decide which shade I like the most. And actually, I was really drawn to this palette for these two greens here. But if I'm really honest to myself, I don't use them as much as I maybe should. I do use them in my looks. I do enjoy it. But actually, the color that I'm excited to use here is a pretty standard color. Is this matte red? Matte red. Thanks, Bianca, for speaking out properly. And it's the color Kogi. That's how it's written down. And it's such a beautiful color. I just get inspired, you know, when I put this on my eye. Just, you know, when you start off a look, like, okay, I'm gonna put this, you know, and then let's see what happens. Usually I would go with this one. And that's how it swatches. Maybe it doesn't even swatch like super amazing, but it is such a beautiful color, and I really enjoy that one. I think it's such, you know, you really deep red, which it has a bit of like a coral. It's on the coral side of red, so it's not the typical red that you think like, oh, red, electric red, you know. But I love these reds that lean to the coral side. And yeah, these were all the palettes. Why am I having here like a black dot? So this is the selection of my shades. I think you can definitely see that I am into red colors, you know, like this one is a red, these two, at least this one, these two are kind of red. I'm making dots of one color next to it. Let me just clean this up. So this is my selection, and what do you think? Like, would you have picked the same colors in these palettes that I showed to you? Maybe you know, like, just let's share, like, which colors would you have picked, you know, take a picture, or if you did a video like this as well and I haven't come across it yet, leave me a link below. And it's such a beautiful color story for me personally, and I think that's actually the fun of this kind of video idea, to just see, this is kind of color story that's going on in your head, you know, kind of. Thank you so much for watching, and definitely also check out the videos of the other ladies that are linked down below. They also have like very different, you know, outcomes in there, and it was super exciting to watch it. I was like, I think you're gonna pick that one, and then she picked like an entirely different one, and you know, like, or I was like, yeah, you're gonna pick this one, and then they picked it, and I was like, I know. And yeah, so thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna upload pretty soon again, and yeah, have a great day, and leave a comment down below if you want to. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and see you very soon. Bye bye.